where Ziminiar is already, I presume. And
Yeah.
as she walks up to the guard, the door is locked behind you as you enter, by the way. And as she walks up to the guard, she does the exact same thing. She just slice-a-ronies, he drops down, she kind of does a whistle, and she's like, clean it up and get someone else to replace him. And you just hear people fumbling about and the body kind of being dragged away. And as she just continues down the hall,
Before
kind
she
of looking around.
can Zeminiar look back and say, if I came out every single minute, would you kill everyone on the ship and damn yourself?
She doesn't respond. And she just keeps walking because you're locked in a room. And you hear another guard get placed at your step, and she slowly goes back up to the top of the ship and just kind of sits up there, and that's where she kind of stays for the rest of the time. Harbo?
Hmm. Hairbow. Let's see, what does Hairbow have? Nothing really important. Hairbow just kind of watches her for a little bit, see if she does anything or mumbles to herself. And
Nope.
he kind of thinks to himself, wow, she really doesn't do a whole lot outside of her duty. That's kind of sad.
Duty.
Duties.
Genius.
This is our best pick ever.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, she does not. That is very true. She does not.
Yeah, so Haribo, unfortunately, gets a little sad for her.
But not for the guys she killed.
No, for them too.
Eh,
For
For the
them too, but more because he heard of Cyrus's little plight, and he just goes, I wonder how she changes, because she didn't seem this grouchy in her later years. And then he turns and heads back to the room.
Yep, and you weasel on back, mouse back on in there.
Yep.
And
Meows, meows, meows.
you all are back together again, as you see a new guard, I should say, Harbo, outside the door. And he's just kind of sitting there as he's also, mind you, he's still like kind of cleaning up the blood with like an extra rag he has, just like trying to clean the rest up while he's guarding your guys' door. And yeah.
I say to the group as the rest of them scurry in, I wonder if Cyrus would have been different if Gilly had died in the way she died in the first time we went to the future. If she had snuck out to that fence, maybe Cyrus and Harold don't get caught, and then they live happily ever after, you know. But now they're caught. Maybe it'll be different. Just idle musings.
But it didn't look like Princess Gilly was alive when we went there in the first place.
No, but she died in a different way. Don't you think that could have changed a lot of different
He's not entirely
factors?
wrong.
No, I'm not wrong at all. I've never been wrong.
Anyways, she made it to a ball that she never would have made it to before. That might have impacted the political system of what's going on today. But, well, I can't say too much, but there's a chance that there's not a lot that we could change, although what we can is serious. I don't know. Time travel's weird.
My head.
Who knows?
A shame about the guard.
Sure that the key players make it to where they're supposed to make it to, right?
Is that what Keffy wanted of us?
I don't know. Look, all I know is that in the future we ran into some very important people that are probably needed to make sure the future stays somewhat close to the way we saw it, in a good way. And if any of those people are gone, or if anything too serious happens, all that could get fucked up. I don't know if today was one of those days. But so long as we can keep Saris, Harold, Hamlet, and Keffy alive whenever he shows up, then we should be able to do what's right. But until then, we got to figure out what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know exactly what that is, but obviously we're needed to make sure those people make it to their time.
Maybe we should talk to Harold.
Yeah,
This concerns him, after all.
And if, you know, Lady Saris, I mean, she's already pretty upset.
unless she finds a way to open her eyes up a little, she's not going to realize that she could make some changes herself. I mean, it would be a giantly difficult task. But then again, nothing in their lives really is small. Something that we could do just for fun could cause an uproar in their world. And for her,
Yeah.
we never asked what her family was like when we got to the future. She might have had spiked a rebellion in her family. Maybe they just died. In any case, she's able to do something, and he's able to do something, and it ends up working out. I don't see that happening with her family still alive.
Well, I suppose there's a key difference between then and now, and that would be the state of dwarves and elves in the world.
Likely because of the fact that her and Harold are, getting.
Well, I think things are fine just the way they are. Maybe we don't really have anything to worry about.
You're the worst.
I'm not the one who just got a man killed.
Miles, where did that blood come from back at the old dungeon?
Which dungeon? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Are you criticizing me for somebody's death?
I don't know because you haven't told me anything about it yet.
Look, Ziminier, I think the guilt of having 2 lives on your hands just today is maybe affecting. I believe Cyrus killed 2 people just now, and it was all you're doing?
Yes, and if they were the only 2 people that I have on my hands for death, then maybe I would feel a little bit bad, but they're not. Death comes and death goes.
Oh, so you don't mind being the cause of it. You just mind when I'm the cause of it. I see.
I mind when people who act superior care, but when they don't. When they act like they care that lives are being taken, but if it was a life that wasn't their own, do they really? No, they don't. And that's how I view your killings. Mine, it's a shame when they die. I didn't want that guard to die. That's why I tried to talk his way out of death. I didn't want the other dude to die. That's why I tried to. Well, I wanted to make sure he was quiet and just didn't sell me out.
You really shouldn't conflate our situations. In your case, people die with no reason at all. In my case, people die because it is the goddess's will. I really think that these are very different situations, Ziminiar.
They died because of a messed up system, ultimately.
Which wouldn't have killed them until you went disobeying orders.
Whatever, Miles. It's not like we ever agree on anything anyways.
I guess we spend the rest of the boat ride in silence.
I was gonna
I'm-
ask.
I'm reading my book here. I have
Yep.
books to read.
So you guys get back to shore, and we will go to now this screen.
The shore
One
screen.
moment, please, while I find it. Did I delete that map?
Oh my
Shut
god,
up!
you
No, I
did.
didn't. Okay, I did not. Well, I did clear out some of our maps that I no longer needed, and I was like, did I actually get rid of the guards keep? That's awful of me. And so you guys arrive, and on your little ship, giant ship, and at this point, right out the gate, you notice that your door is unlocked, and the guard goes, Saris has left the ship already, but you're free to go up and leave yourselves. I heard 2 guards are waiting for you.
Is there still blood on the floor here?
No, not really. He's kind of cleaned it up, and it's been almost probably 5-6 hours, so it's kind of seeped into the
yeah.
wood, if anything. Yeah. So, do you all leave the ship right away?
I'd like to collect some of that bloodied wood.
Okay.
He's not gonna
Grab
stop
some.
me.
No,
Is
he's
it-
not.
To watch him do this.
I would like to look for Saris.
All right, so you head up on deck.
Actually, wait. He would like to first look for the one elf again.
The lady with the broken knee.
The knee.
Okay, yeah. So she's still in the same spot. She's like kind of standing there as everyone else is doing work, and she's just there, just existing in all reality. But
Erebor walks up to her. Does Lady Saris do that often? You can say it under your breath, or just nod, or shake your head.
and another woman walks up and she goes, "Yeah, it happens. Not with Saris normally, but Jarvan's pretty rough like this, so this is a common thing."
Do you think it's happened more frequently since, she and Prince Harold got caught?
Shh. And she like immediately covers her mouth, and she's just like, "You don't want to soil their names. That's just a rumor. There's nothing true about it.
But-
It's
Don't
true, there's
soil
nothing
any
true.
of their names. There's nothing confirmed."
Well, okay, so there's nothing confirmed, but have you noticed anything different since the rumors started? All you have to do is shake or nod.
No, nothing's different. Besides that, Lady Saris is now. She doesn't get summoned back often. It's very rare. And when she
Oh.
does, we know it's either very good news or very bad news. And we had a preemptive notice from a few other of the servants inside the castle that got word to us to know it wasn't going to be a good day when she visited. So.
Oh no. Well, I'll leave you guys alone then. That way you don't get in trouble. And Haribo takes out one of the cakes he has in his pocket and
Yeah.
splits it in half and gives it to both of them, and then turns to the other, the one with the broken leg, and hands her the potion that he has and says,
Okay.
"Drink this. It'll help you get better a lot quicker.
Thank you.
And in case
immediately.
you want to kind of milk it a little bit, which is understandable, save it and then use it on your friends."
Thank you. As she like kind of whimpers out as she's in pain, which is why she's not talking. So she kind of just whimpers it out and chugs it down and whatnot. And they kind of hide away the cake and start divvying it up or trying to. And the rest of you, What are you doing after Miles collects his bloody wood?
Off the boat.
I'm going to ask Miles. So, all right, this is definitely not in the hotel. What the hell are you doing?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't even know what the boat shell's about. Don't try to pretend to know it.
I had to root the damn thing because we were looking for the egg. This was not in there.
I choose to ignore Ziminyar here.
Oh,
Dominion.
He's just not worth my effort.
damn. And then you all start to head off the boat. I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So as you get off the boat, you see two guards kind of standing there, and they're like, "Ah, you four. Yes. And like they're like, sorry, Saris walked by, and it was. We know it. She's not in a good mood, and we're going to have to deal with that for a couple of days. But Harold wanted to speak to you. He's requesting you guys go up to his office.
Our boy.
We're in trouble. I'm in
Yeah, he wanted to speak to you guys about a proposition or something.
Oh.
Okay.
A proposal, if you would.
What?
Are these the same two guards that were there when we left?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the one I fucked with and just say, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna curse Ziminyar one of these days.
All right, and you guys head up to Harold's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, maybe not immediately, but eventually, you know.
Yeah, so as you guys are heading up, can you all make perception checks for me?
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Cool.
Seriously. I'm doing pretty good.
Turbo only
Alright.
had one good roll, and it wasn't to get drunk.
Which is fitting. But so all of you actually pass still. Winslow, you don't really you listen to you like passingly hear what people are saying, but you're not really digesting it, but you keep hearing Saris's name and it kind of pings back things.
Mhm.
Everyone else kind of immediately hears. They're like, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to work with her today. No, it's not good. Did you hear about that? Oh, I heard about the game. That's great. Oh, did you hear about the Coliseum plans? I heard about some Coliseum plans. Ah, blah. And they're just like kind of talking, but you're hearing a lot of talk about like avoid Saris today. And as you guys are walking up to Harold's office, where you kind of know where it's at, on the way is Saris's office. And as you all walk up to it, you see Harold kind of just like with his back to the door, and he's just like kind of leaning on it, and he just like sighs for a moment, and he looks up and sees you guys, and he goes, "Ah, welcome back. Let's go to my office, please."
Oh my god, a happy face.
And he's kind of looks, and he's like, "Yes, let's go to my office." And you all head into his office. And he goes, sorry to and he like gets behind his desk, which you notice there's just papers kind of like all over his desk, but still organized. There's just many a stacks. And he's like, I'm sorry. It's been a wild day.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you have was the sailing okay? Did you any rough seas or anything?
It all was awful.
I mean,
And he just
you can say the seas were rough.
okay. I'm
Bloody.
sorry to hear.
So are the B's and D's. Anyways.
He goes, well, I'm sorry to keep you guys. I'm sure you want to go back and rest after all that traveling and such.